What's up, guys? Welcome to Sandwiches in the Pattern, the only YouTube channel where we make sandwiches in the pattern. Today, we got Mark on board, and we're going to be making some delicious sandwiches while we fly the pattern here in Southwest Virginia. We've chosen today at New London Airport, Whiskey 90. I love this airport because there's never anything going on, so it's very easy to fly around and make sandwiches. We've already done all of our checklists, all of our run-up is complete. We're getting ready to depart, but first things first, we always have to give our sandwich making briefing, which we'll start here. Today we're going to be making a ham and Swiss sandwich, and our flight will begin after the safety briefing. Today's sandwiches will include honey ham and baby Swiss with condiments mayonnaise, mustard, and we're going to be making these on Dave's Killer White Bread. Today's PIC, Pilot in Command, is Cameron, and today's SIC, which is Sandwich in Command, is going to be Mark. In the unlikely event of an emergency, all sandwich making will cease and jars and containers will be closed and stowed to prevent spillage or spoilage. All utensils will be bagged and stowed. All food products have been inspected for expiration dates and spoilage. In the unlikely event that sandwiches are not ready for consumption by 500 or 50 feet before we touch the ground, the aircraft's going to go around and allow adequate time for sandwich completion. Sandwiches will not be consumed on active runways. With that being said, our safety briefing for sandwiches are complete, and we're ready to depart. So we're going to be making calls here, and sandwiches are going to be made and enjoyed. So here we go, guys.
Right.
New London traffic, Skipper 3860 Bravo, departing runway 18, New London. So as we turn onto the active here, we're going to clear final on both directions here.
And I'm going to get my cutting board out.
Excellent. That's an excellent decision. Here we go. We're going to go ahead and turn onto runway 818 here, and we're off, guys.
We've got plenty of white bread here today. I'm going to go ahead and make 2 sandwiches at the same time. I know it's a bit chancy.
Keeping our eyes on our gauges here. Everything is in the green, and our airspeed's alive. We're at 40. Today's rotation speed is going to be 55.
Very nice. I've got 4 slices of bread. I'm going to twist the bread back up so it doesn't get caught in the controls.
Tapping the brakes.
All right, bread goes back here and stowed between the seats where it needs to be.
We've got a good climb right here at VY, about 67 knots.
And I like to start my sandwiches with just a few slices of ham on each piece of bread.
I also like that. That's smelling good over there, Mark.
It is. Came from the local Manita Food Lion.
All right.
All right, so I've got 3 slices on the left and 3 on the right.
Pretty smooth day for flying out here today. Wind's kind of calm. We had a storm blow through just about an hour ago. It's moving south of us, and we're now approaching 1,200 feet.
All right, I'll now wrap the ham back up, put it back in the cooler. And I'm going to add the Swiss, Sargento Baby Swiss. It's really good, guys.
Coming up on 1,300 feet here. In about 200 feet, we're going to go ahead and make our crosswind turn. All of our gauges are looking good. Still climbing at a good VY.
All right, we'll make sure we seal this bag of Swiss back up again so we don't have any Swiss blocking the flight controls or anything like that.
Let's go ahead and get our crosswind turn.
All right, now here comes the tricky part because I have to spread all 4 pieces of bread out.
Catch a little updraft right there. It's going to bump us up a little bit. We're going to be at pattern before we turn our downwind.
All right, now my favorite, Duke's mayonnaise. That's a real staple here in the South.
100% agree with you there. All right, 1,700. Pattern here is 1,800 feet below.
I think I've got enough mayonnaise. Is that enough mayonnaise for you?
I think that looks great. We're going to go ahead and turn our downwind.
All right, so now I'll be adding our mustard, and I've got a few different choices here. Personal favorite of mine is Kosciuszko Lager beer mustard. I'll tell you, the Polish, if they can do anything, it's make mustard. On Cameron's sandwich, I believe I'm going to put the Dijon.
Hey, if you would just go ahead and give me the regular yellow mustard today. Hey, I'm PIC, you're SIC.
Okay.
And we're at pattern altitude, guys. Let's go ahead and let New London know. New London traffic, Skipper 3860 Bravo. We are downwind, runway 18, New London.
So I always like to give my mustard a shake to avoid that icky mustard water that you may get. Surprisingly, the altitude is not changing the consistency of the mustard like I thought it would.
Yeah, that is a good-looking mustard spread you've got there. Let's go to the sandwich cam and take a quick look at where Mark is before he puts the bread. There we go. Looking good.
All right, sandwich 1. Appears to be completed.
All right. New London traffic, skipper 3860 Bravo, midfield left downwind, runway 18, full stop.
I'm going to get my knife out here because I do like a spread of mayo, whereas Cameron likes his mayo in little squirtles.
Yes, I'm a glump kind of guy. And we're a beam. We're going to go ahead and go down power 1500, get our first 10 degrees of flaps in here. There we go. Everything's looking good. Airspeed's nice and steady.
Got some napkins out here, and we're going to pre-wipe this knife because we want to avoid mixing the mayo and the mustard in the little mustard jar because that's gross.
All right, we're 300 feet below pattern altitude. Time to turn our base. New London traffic, skipper 360 Bravo, base, runway 18, New London.
Now, guys, this Kosciuszko yellow mustard really hits the spot. It's got a strong lager flavor.
Ooh, I can smell that. Keep those smells coming, SIC.
Good, right? All right. The Kosciuszko is secure. Going back in. And let's go back to the sandwich cam. We can get a good spread on this lager mustard here and mayo mix.
We'll do our final landing checklist here. Strobe lights and the landing lights are on. Fuel pump is on. Mixture's rich. Final clear in both directions. We are going to be clear to land. And coming up on our final turn. How are we looking on sandwiches over there, Mark?
Looking great. How do you prefer your sandwich cut? Diagonal?
I'll take a diagonal cut, please.
Alrighty, I also prefer a diagonal cut, so let's go ahead.
We're going to go ahead and while you make a diagonal cut, I'm going to make a 90-degree turn final. New London traffic, skipper 3860 Bravo, final runway 18, New London.
Now, Cameron, this is just looking good.
Excellent. We're going to go ahead and get 30 degrees of flaps in here. That's going to be all the flaps that we need to get here on the ground. We are looking a little high.
Right, and we've got a pair of diagonal cut sandwiches ready for when we land.
That looks phenomenal over there, Mark. Fantastic. Let's get a look at that on the sandwich cam.
Beautiful. All right, condiments, meats, and all dirty
We're at 50 feet. Are we good to go? We are ready to touch down here at New London Whiskey 90 Airport in New London, Virginia. And a little right of center line there, but a nice smooth touchdown. Man, those sandwiches are looking good.
I'm ready. Flying sure does make me hungry. How about you, Cam?
I have definitely flown myself up an appetite for sandwiches. All right, let's go ahead and bring our flaps back up. We're going to go ahead and turn our auxiliary fuel pump off and lean the mix. And get ready to turn off of the active and enjoy some delicious ham and baby Swiss sandwiches. New London traffic, skipper 3860 Bravo is clear of the active. And you know what that means, folks. It's time for a delicious bite of a tasty ham and Swiss sandwich. Mark, if you would.
There you go, Cam.
Fantastic. All right, guys, if you like what we're doing here, like and subscribe down below. Help us keep things going, keep sandwiches made, and we will see you guys at the next pattern with another delicious sandwich. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks.
Cheers.
Cheers.